Welcome again to Cottage Talk. I am Russ Goldman. This is my initial reaction of Fulham's 1-0 loss to West Ham. I'm calling it Fulham throw it all away against West Ham. Extremely disappointing result, loss. I'm upset. I've already talked to Tony Gold, who was there. He's upset. But I'm going to tell you right now, I was fearful of this when I saw the starting 11, and I will talk about this in this very quick episode. This is just an initial reaction. It'll be a podcast exclusively on the Cottage Talk Patreon page. But I just had to get this off my chest. Fulham let a wonderful opportunity slip through their fingers. You'll hear the term Fulhamish, but it is because this was a match Fulham, I thought, needed to win and did not win. And I wanted to start off by giving credit to West Ham, because when you play poor and the other team can take advantage of an opportunity like that, then you deserve to win. And West Ham deserve to win. They absolutely do. Nuno deserves to win because he changed the game in the second half and it worked. On the other hand, Fulham's manager, I actually think Fulham were set up not great. I don't like the decisions he made, and I think it cost Fulham in the end. Do I think Marco Silva is a very good manager? Yes. But I think this happens when he goes up against Nuno. I think they're friends. They try to outdo each other. So for me, going into my initial reaction, I will tell you that I think this really was about Marco trying to outdo Nuno without starting 11, making those changes. And honestly, the only change I would have made two changes. I would have had Chikwueze in for Wilson. And by the way, Fulham didn't lose because Harry Wilson didn't play. That's not why they lost, okay? I put that aside. I don't want to hear that crap. They lost because they did not play well enough to deserve anything. And the manager did not set the team up correctly to win the game. Okay, I'm going to say that as well. Manager's job is to put his team in the best position to succeed before the game and during the game. And I don't think he did that. And I think part of this was outthinking himself, him and his coaching staff, of how he wanted to set them up. He has, like I said, I would have gone with Chikwueze. I wouldn't have gone with Josh King. I wouldn't have started Kearney. I mentioned that in the preview show. I said, would he start Kearney? Well, he did start Kearney. And he started Josh King. He didn't start Oscar Bob, which I think was a mistake. The only change I would have made would be Robinson. And then, of course, I would have played Chikwueze. That's it. I would have started Oscar Bob. I would have started Emile Smith-Rowe. He didn't do that. And I think that's why we saw an extremely disjointed team throughout the match, especially in the first half. I had a feeling he would change things up in the 60th minute. And I think that was also part of his strategy, that he would make these wholesale changes, which he did. He made several changes, but too little, too late, because guess what? As the match was unfolding, West Ham's playing a 4-4-2. Fulham are playing their formation, and they have the spare man. They had the advantage for that first half, and it still looked like crap. It looked like utter crap. It didn't come off. Second half, Nuno brings in a midfield that takes off Callum Wilson, and that turned basically the momentum around for West Ham. It absolutely did. A manager can make a difference if he puts his team in the best position to succeed. So, bottom line on this, the players lost, but Marco also lost the coaching battle big time, because I think he was outthinking this. Instead of putting out a similar team, a similar approach that he did against the last opponent, Tottenham Hotspur. But no, he changed this up. This wasn't the match to change things up, but he did. It didn't work. He tried to make changes in the second half, and that didn't work. And then we have a return, because a return of what happened at the London Stadium. Think about this. The West Ham goal reminded me of what happened last season with Bern Leno. It happens again. Listen, it's Bern Leno's birthday. I want to wish him a very happy birthday. I do. I want to wish him a very happy birthday. He made one mistake, but it was a big one where he was going to let Calvin Bassey take it, where maybe he should have taken it. They're in between two people trying to decide who gets it. And Somerville does what he should do. He takes advantage of the situation and puts the ball in the back of the net. And that's all they needed. West Ham go on to win the match. Extremely disappointing. A missed opportunity. You had to know a team was going to be fighting everything tooth and nail because where they are, and we're talking about West Ham. I knew that this would not be an easy match, but I felt Fulham were by far the better side. Didn't show it today. West Ham were the better side. West Ham deserved all 3 points. Fulham deserved nothing. The coach deserves nothing. He might be a genius, but even a genius gets it wrong. He got it wrong tonight. He didn't set the team up correctly to win, and it backfired massively. The starting 11, I'm just telling you, I saw it, and I had a feeling I knew what he was trying to do. He kind of did what I thought he was going to do after I saw the starting 11, that he would change it after the 60th minute. But it way too late. Too late. Shouldn't have been that. But again, it is what it is. And Fulham let a wonderful opportunity go by the wayside. As everyone will say, Fulhamish. F Fulhamish. I'm sick of hearing about situations like this, but they continue to happen. Good teams find ways to get results against bad teams. And Fulham have done that fairly well this season. Not tonight. Not tonight. Tonight was just a hot mess. And I put it down a lot on Fulham, but I will also give credit to the opposition. They're fighting for their lives. They were fighting for their manager, and they got the job done on a Fulham error. Let's call it what it is. Now, if anyone's questioning some of the calls, I want to just tell you that I thought the ref was horrible, but that's not why Fulham lost the match. And I want to go through them before I end this quick episode. So if you're a West Ham supporter and you feel that you should have had a penalty, you're wrong. That wasn't handball on Iwobi. I've watched this back several times. It hits his chest, not his arm. I mean, it's close. So I think they got the call spot on right. Okay. That's my opinion. That shouldn't have been a penalty. I think that was the right call. So I'll give it that one. The second one near the end of the first half, where it looked like it might be close to Fulham getting a penalty with a run from Josh King. Actually, if you look at it and you're honest with yourself, Fulham didn't deserve a free kick because the foul, actually, in my opinion, was on Josh King. Fulham didn't deserve a free kick there. That's my feeling on it. Certainly didn't deserve a second yellow for a red card. I think that was really the right call. I don't think the free kick was the right call for Fulham. I think the possession should have gone over to West Ham after watching that over and over again. That's just my feelings on that. But even if it would have benefited Fulham, I have to be honest on that, and I also have to be honest on the Tom Kearney situation. So that's not a penalty either. And even though he called it a penalty, Tom Kearney actually swings and hits the defender's leg. It's not a penalty. It's not. It was right to reverse that call. It hurts, but it was the right call. And again, it was just a situation where everything kind of went wrong tonight. After most went right against Tottenham Hotspur, everything went wrong. Think of the Everton game. The team still has this in him. It's still a part of them. And until Fulham can consistently win matches against teams like this, they're not going to get into Europe. They're going to have to prove us all wrong with the matches coming up, because Nottingham Forest is a tougher match than this. They're going to have to go to the City Ground and beat that team. I think that they can. Will they? Now, Burnley, you would think that Fulham would be able to beat Burnley, but I've just watched them lose to West Ham, so I don't know about that either. But in my opinion, this was a match lost. This is a team loss. The players lost it. The coaching staff lost it. And certainly Marco Silva lost it. You win, lose, or draw, in my opinion, as a team, this is a complete team loss. Complete team loss. Credit to West Ham for taking advantage of Fulham's error, but this is a team loss. Very disappointing. And we have the FA Cup coming up, and hopefully Fulham can get through against Southampton. But this one, very disappointing. You could say predictable. It was predictable. Many would say that they could predict this because this is who Fulham are. And then I've seen the tweets. I don't want Fulham to be this stupid Fulhamish crap. I don't want it. We deserve better. The fans deserve better than Fulhamish. The term Fulhamish, not the podcast, the term Fulhamish. But that's who they are. That's what they continue to do. And if they want better for themselves, they need to find ways to win in tough environments like this one against a team fighting for their lives. But they also have to be in position, correct position to win the game. They were not put in the correct position today by their manager. Manager let them down, but the players also could not get it done either. It's a combination. It's a combination of everything. So ask yourself, Marco's contract is running down. I think Marco has been a tremendous manager for Fulham. And I know many want him to continue to be the Fulham manager. And I understand why. Ask yourself this question. Be honest. Has Marco Silva taken Fulham as far as he can? Is this his level? Mid-table mediocrity. Is that his level? Really, I'm asking the question because right now, that's what I'm thinking. I think the players tried their best, but I think in many cases, it was disjointed partially because of the decisions made by the Fulham manager. But the players deserve blame too. Just a terrible night. I feel bad for the Fulham supporters at Craven Cottage. And before I go, I will always say this because I want people to know when Fulham lose, I want to give credit to the opposition. And I'm going to do it right now. Congratulations to West Ham because you did what you had to do to win. You deserve the victory. Fulham deserved nothing. And that's how I'm going to end this quick episode. My name is Russ Goldman. Thank you as always for watching and listening to Cottage Talk.